los que van a recibir, ya tu esfuerzo por el día se ha acabado. Ahora es tu tiempo para aprovechar, dejarte llevar, recibir, gozar, disfrutar, pasarla bien. Comunicarse si necesitas más o menos de algo. Nosotros que vamos a dar, vamos a las rodillas, entre o por debajo de sus tobillos. Juntamos las manos enfrente del pecho. Tomamos una pausa para sentir todo lo rico que esa persona enfrente de nosotros generó en nosotros en la última ronda. Todo ese relajamiento físico, tranquilidad emocional y energético, estado de paz que nos regaló, nos vamos a devolver. Con la respiración recentramos nuestra mente, abrimos nuestro corazón y preparamos nuestro cuerpo por el acto de generar y transmitir amor. Lentamente abre los ojos, frota las manos, observa el cuerpo. Si un hombro está encima del otro, más arriba que el otro, una cadera, una pierna más rotado para afuera que la otra. Simplemente observamos, generamos mucho calor en las manos, colocamos las manos, pulgar por la planta de pie, otros dedos por encima y entregamos peso un momento aquí. Entonces hay una pausa aquí, no estamos trabajando todavía. Un momento de conexión, un momento de tocar la puerta, pedir permiso y esperar la invitación de nuestro compañero. Cuando sentimos que el cuerpo de nuestro compañero nos permite seguir, tomamos ambos empeines, traccionamos hacia atrás. Después de traccionar, voy a colocar sus pies a la distancia de mis hombros, voy a bajar y abrir mis rodillas. Bajo mis rodillas por debajo de sus talones, abro sus pies a la distancia de mis hombros, así, y empiezo. Cierra sus pies un poquito. Virginia, córrete un poquito más para atrás y abre las rodillas. Al abrir las rodillas, nos coloca la espalda baja más cómoda. So Tillman, move back beneath her, below her heels, and open your knees wide. So your knees should be as wide, if not wider than her feet, and you can bring her feet a little bit closer together. And then open your knees wide. Yeah. By opening your knees wide, you allow your chest to be wide and open, and your lower back to be comfortable. Y ahora inclinamos de lado a lado, transfiriendo peso de mano a mano. So lean side to side, transfer weight from hand to hand, using the heel of the palm of the hand in inner arch of the foot. El talón de la palma de la mano en el arco interno del pie. Virginia, sube tu nalga un poquito para generar más fuerza. La línea de fuerza de hombro a talón de la palma de la mano. Ahora, pulgares en la planta de pie. Y muy lento. Pulgar en la planta de pie. Misma técnica. Brazo recto, transfiero peso. So the same technique. Thumb to the sole of the foot, straight arm, transfer weight. Side to side, slow. So lean your whole body from side to side.
Are you sitting on a block or
flow?
is that not necessary?
It's not necessary unless it's necessary. I'm not on the block.
I was just using one word.
You can have your toes tucked, you can have your toes untucked, you can oscillate between the two, which is what I do. Sometimes I have them tucked. Abre el pecho, abre los brazos, transfiere el peso de una mano, un pulgar al otro y más lento. Toda la planta de pie, so explore the whole sole of the foot. Bien lento, como el baile del viento en una playa. Totalmente tranquila, sin olas en el mar. Sin afán. Ahora, palmeamos los talones, we palm the heels. Subimos las nalgas para palmear las pantorrillas. I lift my butt up to palm the calves. Y transfiero peso directamente a la parte blanda de las pantorrillas. So I palm the soft part of the calves. I avoid giving weight to the bone. Puedo rotar las manos hacia adentro, hacia afuera. El estándar es dedos hacia la cabeza. So the standard is having the fingers towards the head, but you may need to rotate your hands in or out to transfer weight directly into the calf muscle. Y no transferimos peso a la rodilla. We don't transfer weight onto the knee. We stop just beneath it. Paramos justo por debajo de la rodilla. Ahora, paso un pie hacia adelante y hacemos círculos de la rodilla. Con muchísimo contacto. Mucho contacto con las rodillas. Aunque las rodillas no le gusta peso para abajo en la articulación, cambia de dirección de los círculos. Sí le gusta mucho el toque y un toque firme. Todos los músculos que se conectan y se pasan por las rodillas afecta mucho y usamos mucho y le gusta mucho.
¿Quieres hablar en inglés?
Yeah, we always speak English.
Sí.
Okay. English it is. Channel 2. Continue up the thighs. Again, same technique. Straight arms, elbows locked out, hands big and wide. Check in with your partner. Thighs can be very sensitive. And it can go from rico to too much very easily. Try to make your hands as big as possible and your contact points of connection between your hand and your legs as big as possible to make the surface area as big as possible, to make the intensity lower, because generally speaking you don't need any more than your body weight in a full hand in this part of your legs. And we lower down to just above the knees. We don't put weight directly on the knee joint.
Just the palm, or do you squeeze too?
I do a little bit of squeezing to involve the fingers, but I'm not doing this. Just a little bit of squeeze to make contact.
On the outside?
Yeah, you can step outside to have more space for your arms. So now palm up at the end of the femur and the beginning of the pelvis, and look for the heartbeat. Busca el pulso del corazón. Right where the femoral artery comes out from the pelvic complex, you'll feel the pulse of the heart. So towards the bottom of that pulse,
It's under the bones.
it's beneath the bone, yeah, it's oriented towards their feet from the bone. When you find the pulse, fix both hands on the pulse and then come to plank, which is more intense, or down dog with straight arms, which is a little less intense. Generally speaking, people can take plank. Plank is nice. So you do quite a bit of weight. And if you're nervous, just check in. So tell me, you can check in with her and see if you're okay going to plank. ¿Ya te dijo que no? Entonces vaya a la plancha. Ah, te dijo que no. Perfecto.
No plancha. Yo cuido a mis pacientes.
Nos quedamos aquí un buen rato, las paradas de sangre, so the blood stops really root down the energy of the receiver. Super grounding, very relaxing.
You said plank was more than down dog?
Plank is more than that. Lower my knees, but I keep the pressure on, and then with a pretty sudden movement, I release the pressure and I let all the blood flow back into the legs. Come to your left hand. Left hand. Come to that leg, come outside that leg. Take the part behind their knee. And esto es touch your right.
Left. Ah, la derecha, la izquierda mía.
Y aquí círculos. Sí, lo hablaré un poquito de... Es como hacer el efecto espejo en yoga, lo mismo en Thai. Hablas del cuerpo de la persona que está dando para no enredar. And now we do half kneeling, looking up towards her head. So my right knee is on the ground, in the middle of her thigh. My left foot is on the ground, my left knee is in the sky.
Which thigh?
Your left knee comes up, so step your left foot forward.
So your left, so you went your left leg.
That's your right foot. Leave your right foot where it is. Step your left foot forward. Yes. Now, right hand anchors down the thigh. Left hand comes to the knee, and at about a 45-degree angle, or a little more, let's call it 60-degree angle. Stretch, check in. You're receiving. You can ask for more. Si estás recibiendo, puedes pedir más o menos. Decir que ya está. Now 45 degrees. So you come out and then stretch again. So we come to the point of tension slowly. There we go. And now horizontal. In horizontal, I let her hip come up and I bring her thigh all the way down to the ground. And then I can bring her straight leg closer to me to take a little bit of the intensity out of the stretch. So her thigh is on the ground, all the way down to the ground. And her hip comes all the way down. Big hands here. Very big hands. I prefer to leave her foot up on my hip to be able to get a little bit more into the abductors. If she wants more pressure, you can lift your hips up and then drop down more. So bring her thigh all the way to the ground. Her thigh, just push it all the way down. Down to the ground. So down to the ground. More. Lift her other hip. Look at me, Tony. Lift her hip up. Lift her hip up and bring this thigh all the way down to the ground. When the thigh is rooted down to the ground, now you can compress the thigh.
More attention for the knee.
Sit down. Just sit down exactly where you are. Sit down. Place both feet on the hamstring. Both feet on the hamstring. When you have both feet on the hamstring, you pass her foot above your knee, outside knee, and then hook it behind your outside knee. When you hook it behind, take your left hand to the heel and really hook it, lock it in. Lock it in. Right hand comes to the ankle of their straight leg, and your right foot does the work. So you straighten your leg to create the pressure. If you want less pressure, you come a little bit further away. If you want more pressure, you come a little bit closer. So you want to get to a point where you can get your right leg completely straight. So you can move forward or back, but get your right leg completely straight. When you get maximum pressure, straighten your right leg. Yeah. And then bend it, and then straighten. So you bend, change the foot position, and then straighten it completely to give pressure. Now, if we want to give more pressure, we bring the muscle to the bone by straightening the leg. We bring the foot up to bring the muscle away from the bone, and then we invert the foot to use the outer nice edge of the foot. And that's going to increase the intensity. I want to do that slowly.
Are you pulling the foot at the same time?
No, I try not to force it there. I try to generate more of the pressure from my right leg. But I lock it in, so there's a little bit of a pulling action. But it's more of a locking than a pulling. Right leg and drape it over their straight leg. Right leg drapes over their straight leg. Now take their foot out from behind your knee and then bring their leg on top of your right leg. Su pie al otro lado. So, Virginia, deja su pierna estaba en el piso y tu pierna derecha estaba encima de su pierna. Deja eso como está y ahora coloca esta pierna encima. Ahora, mano derecha, right hand behind their knee. Bring your left foot up and close to you, and we'll go forward. Take this knee and place it on top of your right hand. And la otra. So your right leg was draped over his straight leg. Your right leg. No, his other leg. Quédate como estabas. Exacto. Sube la pierna suya que está cerca. No, deja esta pierna. Sube esta pierna. Tu pierna derecha, pásalo por encima de su pierna recta. Tu pierna derecha lo pasas por encima, pero deja esta rodilla izquierda en el piso. Rodilla izquierda, tu rodilla, escucha mis palabras, no escucha nada más. Tu pie derecha en el piso, sube tu pierna derecha. Ahora toma la pierna que tienes en tu mano y colócala encima de tu muslo. Ahora tu rodilla izquierda va al lado de su cadera. Exacto. Y aquí mecemos las costillas. Mecemos las caderas. Aquí, por ejemplo, se puede masajear los pectorales, el esternón, obviamente con mucho cuidado por senos, pezones, so we can massage the sternum, the pec attachments, inner and outer pec attachments, obviously being very careful about nipples. Y ahora, now the twist. So leave your feet where they are, place your hands down beneath their armpits. Drop your right knee down to the ground and lift your left knee up. Exacto, perfecto, ya está. Ahora, agarra la cadera, take the hip, hook the hip, and lean back. So, so bring your left hand above your leg. Yeah.
Like this?
Yeah, but
Oh.
get it out of the way. Yeah, and now you can really lean back. So you want to lean more so than pull. You're just going to take some of the twist out. So rather than augment the twist or intensify the twist, we're taking some of the twist away by tractioning back. So rather tractioning in line with his thigh, think about tractioning from his shoulder back towards the foot. Change your knees again. Hands down, change your knees. And now we take the hands as deep underneath their body as possible. For the rib cage, the side, the belly, the hips, the glutes, and then back up. Creating a nice sweeping motion, but not just sweeping, actually kind of like digging, really moving all of the meat, all of the muscles, all the skeletal structure. Then we change our knees again, hands down, change your knees. And now create friction in their sacrum, friction in their lower back. Create a lot of contact. Es más fácil usar tu mano izquierda. So create a lot of heat. So open your palm. Get contact with your whole palm of the hand and all of the fingers, everything, all of it's in contact, and then really rub to create heat, create friction really faster. Yeah. Friction. And now we'll do the full twist. Full twist. Right hand comes to the opposite shoulder. Right hand crosses, comes to the opposite shoulder. Left hand comes to the hip or the lower back. I cue their inhale, and then I cue their exhale, and with the exhale, I bring them into a deeper twist. 3 times. The inhale, I release. Yeah.
And just pressing on the shoulder.
The right hand press on the shoulder, the left hand brings the hip towards into a deeper twist. Yeah. 3 times with their exhale. And then we come out. Change the knees again for come out, and then we traction this leg back. Lower it down, and now we come to the second side. So switch legs and come to the outside of the second leg, and we'll do a few hip circles here. Slowly finding the full range of motion of their hip. Seeing push without pushing, like not giving a lot of pressure, just exploring the natural range of motion of their hip. And then we come to half kneeling, right knee up, left knee down. Place their foot into your right hip crease. Your stretch. Left knee down, right knee up. Yeah, just think. No, then do it right. That's your left knee up, right knee down. So switch your knees. Left knee down, right knee up. Just take your knee to the outside. Take your knee to, yeah. And then put the foot in your hip crease. Good. Left hand anchors down the straight leg. Right hand takes the knee as you use your hips to generate the stretching force. And then just check in with your partner to see how much intensity they want. So Maria Clara, really root down his straight leg. Yeah, so you root down the straight leg and then you lean your hands.
Okay.
We do various angles coming to out to horizontal. And now when we come to horizontal, we bring the knee and the thigh all the way down to the ground. So bring the thigh down to the ground. Her thigh comes all the way down. Bring your hips back up. You don't have to change your legs, yeah. Just bring her thigh down to the ground. All the way, 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 all the way down to the ground. All the way down to the ground. All the way down to the ground. Let her other hip come up. All the way down to the ground. Yes. Now that's on the ground. And then you can bring her straight leg closer to you. And we can palm the inner thigh. So, bring her foot a little bit closer to you. There you go. And now we palm the inner thigh. So inner thigh is an area that goes from very nice to way too much pretty quickly. They want more intensity, you can lift your hips up. If you want less intensity, you can bring your hips down and try to make your hands bigger. So if you make more contact with the fingers, it's going to bring a little of the intensity out of the heel of the hand. Sit down. Sit down and place both of your feet on their hamstring. And then pass their foot over your outer right leg and hook their foot behind your right knee. And then with the left foot, make sure their leg is parallel. You could probably move forward a little bit. The thigh parallel.
Forward more?
Yeah, exactly. So move her knee up towards her head. Yeah. And Virginia. Si tu pie derecho también en su muslo, en su isquiotibial. Ajá. Y ahora pasa este pie por encima de tu pie derecha y engancha el pie atrás de tu rodilla. Eso. Mano derecha, so right hand hooks and anchors the heel. Virginia, tu mano derecha, sácalo. Ajá. No saca el pie, deja el pie donde está. Ajá. Y eso engancha y bloquea. Eso. Esto es fijo. Mano izquierda, left hand is just a mothering hand. And Virginia, corre tus nalgas un poquito más cerca de su pie. O sea, hacia tu izquierda un poquito. Eso. Y ahora tienes mejor línea.
Just, do you ever pull back with your right foot to like massage the back of the calf?
Sí, hazlo, me encanta.
If she loves it.
Ay, qué difícil. Oh,
Who's gonna say no? Why say no if I can say yes?
It's so much better.
It's so much better to say yes.
uy, ese era más.
And the same technique that we did on the first side, which is straighten the leg, bring the muscle to the bone, then lift the foot up to bring the muscle away from the bone, and then invert the foot to use the outer border of the foot as the contact point. All will help increase the intensity without increasing your effort.
No le quedan
You can go, puedes ir casi todo, casi todo. Y si no vas suficiente, se siente que faltaba. Básicamente hasta la línea de la ropa interior.
hasta los poquitos.
Vale la pena dar el masaje primero al más pesado. Para que tenga el regalo de recibir your left leg. Drape your left leg over their straight leg. Leave that there. Don't touch it. Take the foot out from behind your knee. Lift this leg up and place it over your right leg. Don't move your right leg. Don't move your right leg. Place his leg over your left leg. Yep. Virginia, otro lado. Yep. Okay. Left hand behind the knee. Left hand behind the knee. Pull your right foot in close. Come forward. Place the knee over your. Don't. Yep. Exactly. Perfect. Perfect. And now, shoulders. So bring your hands down as if you're in Shavasana. Heel of the palm of the hand finds the deltopectoral valley, the valley between the deltoid and the pectoralis, so the valley between the shoulder and the chest. My shoulders right over my wrists. I find verticality. So come forward a little bit more, Tim. Bring your right knee forward a little bit. Right up above her.
If you bring the right knee closer to your hip, more forward, it's going to be more comfortable.
Ask if they want more or less intensity.
Never get there.
I'm in love with you, man. Marry me. Oh.
It's the Thai marriage proposal.
Yeah.
I cost lots of money, baby.
I pay for it.
Yeah.
Sarah's got a sugar mama. So now, work our way, palming down both arms. Taking your time. Slowly oscillating from one arm to the other. Coming down. We skip over the elbow, but you come to just where the elbow starts. So while you're still on muscle, you're all good. Just don't be on bone. And we also want to come down and palm the forearms. Open your arms out wide for the Russian dance, for the passive twist. So I bring my hands down to the ground for the twist. Let's do it all together. Hands down to the ground beneath their armpits. Change my knees. Left knee down, right knee up. And bring them into a twist. Left knee down, right knee up. So change your knees. Left knee down, right knee up. And then hook their hip and lean back. So the idea here is to bring the twist, make the twist a little less intense. Bring a little side bend. And then we come back. So the first twist is short. We come back out. It's not the full twist. It's just an intro to the twist. So change your knees again. That divinity, Tillman, change your knees. Right knee down, left knee up. And then we pull the side body. We work the glutes, we work the hips, we work the side of the belly, we work the rib cage. And try to get your hand as deep underneath them as possible. So we want to get almost to their spinal column.
Just stick your hand in and start pulling up. Did you space to put your hand in deeper? And pull it in the same motion.
And now, hands down, change the knees again. So we'll come back into the Russian dance. So we'll twist again. Create heat, friction, a sacrum, a lumbar. Full twist. Left hand crosses over their body, anchors their shoulder. Inhale. With the exhale, I bring their hip towards me. So you want to bring her hip that way. Bring her hand that way. Yeah. And on their exhalation.
Almost 3 inches. And really slow and just do the nose.
Más. Inhala.
Okay. Untwist. And we'll stand up. Just stand up. Take this leg with you. Take that leg with you. Now we'll walk on the foot. This is just one pass. So with your left foot, we apply pressure to the left metatarsals to the inner line of the leg. We start on our foot and we work our way up the calf. It's just one pass. Obviously, you can spend a lot of time here. You want to be very aware that with when you're walking, when you use the feet, it's a lot more pressure, and it's harder to know how much pressure you're doing. So open the leg that you have in your hand with your knee. Open this leg out to the side, and we'll keep walking up the inner line of the thigh. You can have your... Yeah.
You want us to go S1 or S2? Yeah. Or S2?
So you can do either one. In general, standard, I like to have the heel down. So if you have a big thigh, that's going to be the second one.
Okay.
If you have a smaller thigh and a bigger foot, you're going to be the first one. I don't worry about it too much, because that inner line, whatever you're going to work, is going to be delicious. And then sometimes I'll also pick my foot up.
Okay. Maybe not.
Yeah, it can be super intense.
You know what I mean? One thing?
So there's a saying in Thai, you can't go too deep, you can only go too fast.
That's good.
So crossover, step over their straight leg. Pass over their straight leg. Walk over their straight leg. And then straighten the leg that you have in your hand, come to a warrior or a lunge, straight arms, and then lean back and observe the shoulder on the opposite side of from where you are, the opposite side of their body. When that shoulder comes up off the ground, you brought them into a twist.
Nice.
Step your right back, put back, give yourself better balance. No, spread your legs.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, you can step back even further and get a really... And the wider your stance, the more stability you'll have. And now come back and either drop this leg down to the ground, or you can pass it onto your saddle, so chip this up. You can pass it onto your foot and gradually bring it down.
Nice. I like that.
And then pick up the other leg. And again, just one pass, starting with the foot. We've already worked the legs, but I want you to have an idea of what you can do with someone in Shavasana. If you're tired of being on all fours, if you want to be more upright, if you want to save energy, if your arms are tired, all of these are good reasons to just stay standing and use your feet. Also, if you have a larger person that you're working with who wants a lot more intensity, using the feet, it's easier to generate more intensity with less effort. Bend the leg that you have in your hand. Bend the leg. Bend their straight leg. So now it's bent. And then we'll work the inner thigh. Cross over the straight leg, cross over their leg that's on the floor. Straighten out the leg that you have in your hands. Come to a lunge or a warrior, one leg forward, one leg back. Get stable, get your arms straight, and just lean back into it. When their shoulder comes off the ground, that's when you're in the twist. If their hand starts to move, their whole arm starts to move, just hang out and wait. Or back off a little. Probably twist her a little bit more. Rotate inward.
No place to go.
Come on back. So to close, we'll organize their clothing, their clothes. Organize their arms, pants, their legs. We'll close with 3 brushes. The first brush, creating some rocking motions, harmonics in your body, all the way down to the feet. Second brush like a sponge. So with quite a bit of pressure, squeezing the hands, giving pressure all the way down the legs, feet, out. And then the third, either Reiki style without touching, or little raindrops, spontaneous movements, just inviting the last bits of stuck energy, come down and out the feet. And then to close, we bring our hands back to prayer in front of our hearts or in front of our third eye. Take a few deep breaths to tie the bow on the session, to come to a lovely ending. We release any attachments or any investments in the results of all of our work. We allow our work to stand on its own. The important part is not so much the technique, but it's how much heart and presence we've given. And that can inspire even more love inside our hearts. With that cascade of love flowing out our hearts and into our hands, we become channels of healing, open presence. So allow your hands to soften, allow your heart to soften, allow your skin and your face to soften.